I worked off the farm for a few years, and I asked my parents, so can I come home and farm with you? And they're like, no. They didn't want me to be burdened with the dairy farm. The financial waves that it rides, and then the time. I mean, it's 365 days a year. It's tough to make it as a small farm.
Now for the last 5 years, the dairy prices have really been unprofitable. The biggest thing is to keep the kids, the future generations on the farm, and keep them sustainable so they can make a good living on a farm. Any place that we can get money back to the rural economy would really help.
In all the madness of what's gone on in the last few years, it seems like rural economy has been completely taken out of the equation. Things are not good right now in the rural economy. We need all the help we can get. Just a fair shake for our product that we can make a living.
Our vision is a vibrant rural America, and we work to achieve that. We have been blessed with a great tool of the New Market Tax Credit. New Market Tax Credits are designed to impact low-income communities. Whenever businesses are looking to either expand or relocate, we try to help them through the New Market Tax Credit program to do that in low-income communities in rural America.
Ag Ventures Alliance is actually a cooperative of farmers. We've got about 400 members. These guys really just got together to try to take control of their destiny a little bit. They invest in startups that will make farmers more profitable. Having RDP in place to place these new market tax credits in projects that will bring a lot of jobs to rural America, it just works hand in hand with exactly what we're trying to do. So the Bongards project is making local rural farmers more viable by buying their milk to process into cheese, and at the same time they're doing this in a rural community and adding jobs to that community, increasing rural vitality and farm profitability.
There's not a lot of manufacturing down this far south. It seemed to make a lot of sense for us to better market our products in this part of the country, is to have a plant manufacturing down here. Without the new market tax incentives, I doubt that we would have recapitalized this plant, at least not as fast as we did for sure, if at all. The new market allowed us to value add to the revenue stream of our patron owners, the farmers, and give them the most competitive milk price that we can.
Opening up another facility in Tennessee had such an impact on those dairy farmers, but also takes it beyond that. The community of Humboldt obviously is benefiting from the new jobs and the revitalization economically. It's one of the neatest projects that ties together all the different things from RDP's past, present, and future. That helps us live out our mission to revitalize rural America.
At first, when we heard robots was coming in, people was kind of nervous. It's going to take our jobs and all this kind of stuff. Really and truly, no jobs was lost. We were able to shift people around into different areas. We have expanded so much within the last couple of years. More employees, maintenance has grown, management has grown.
Just got to work with your head a little bit more than not so much with your back. So it's a better paying job, and anybody can learn it. You don't have to have a college degree to come in and operate these things. I got a lot of dairy farmer friends in Minnesota. I grew up a farmer my whole life, so I feel responsible to them to do a good job, to help this plant succeed. The new market was a big help in us getting there.
students are looking for options and opportunities to enhance their lives. And that's what we're really trying to do here, is to change their perspective about what kind of opportunities they have. A lot of them experience generational poverty, and we would like to break that cycle. One of our greatest challenges is to make sure that we do have opportunities for our students after high school. We're excited to have Bongards as a partner. They're very responsive to our needs here in Humboldt.
Just bringing the job into the community is great, but it's not all that can be done. There's all kinds of additional impact that can bring if you can take advantage of it, plug into what the local communities care about, what they need, what they're trying to accomplish, and that's really what it takes to deepen all the possible impacts.
10 years ago when I was in this business, incentives were one of the main drivers. How much money would a company get to come to your community? It's still important, but the number one issue, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 today in today's world is workforce development, finding skilled workers. Through the New Market Tax Credit Program and through Rural Development Partners, Bongards and Rural Development were able to offer Humboldt a $175,000 workforce development grant. That doesn't happen very often. You don't have companies give back that kind of dollars to the community to help promote workforce development.
This additional grant for workforce development was just something that we weren't used to, but we sure did appreciate it. They were already good neighbors, but they really became good neighbors after that. I came back to Humboldt in the fall of 1959 and been here ever since. We've had some really good glory days back in the 60s and 70s, and then we had slowdowns in the 90s and the 2000s and didn't have much going on. Then they announced this big expansion. Bongards was the beginning of the resurgence. We've had other big announcements since then, but Bongards just sort of kick-started us toward what we feel like is the greatest period of expansion and growth in Humboldt's history. Everybody's just got sort of a jump in their step.
I think that urban America has a great interest in rural America. It's where our natural resources are, it's where our food is, it's where our raw materials are, and you want to have people that can steward those things. To hear when talking with the folks in Humboldt that the food bank is one of their big purchasers of cheese, that just really does bring it full circle to realize that what's happening in Minnesota with dairy farmers is ending up on the tables of hungry people in Georgia.
I remember the call. My dad asked me if I'd come home and help him plant alfalfa, which that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people. But alfalfa, it's not a first-year crop. It's like your second and third years when you're going to reap the benefits of planting alfalfa. The farmer way of telling me that I could come home and farm with them.
Every rural community has the opportunity to be revitalized. Every rural community has talented people. They have people that care about their community. They have people that care about their families. But also every community has to make a choice for it as well. But what RDP can do is bring more choice and more hope so that more communities can choose for themselves.